This is Mark Bell from SuperTraining Gym. SuperTraining Gym, the strongest gym in the West. Everybody, I'm super pumped. I'm super fired up. What we're doing here is we're starting up markbell.com. You can go over there and check it out. It's gonna be free for a week, so if you wanna cancel at any time, you can do so. But what you're gonna see in this video coming up of me, my brother, my boy Josh Kim, training some biceps and triceps. What you're gonna see in this video is gonna be a lot of what you're gonna see on markbell.com. In addition to that, you're gonna get all the information that you need to follow along with every single thing that I do if your life is really that boring and that's what you wanna do with yourself. But I'm sharing information on my nutrition, exact workouts. These are all things I haven't really done before. A lot of the workouts are interactive where I'm communicating with the camera the entire time throughout the workout, explaining why I'm doing certain exercises. The lifts that you're gonna see today, the bicep and tricep workout we did today, is with the understanding that Josh hurt his back a few days ago. And so for those of you that have back injuries, you're gonna be able to do a workout like this. There's gonna be a lot of scenarios that play out like that, where I'm teaching about how to open up your hips, I'm teaching about how to squat, I'm teaching you how to deadlift, how to bench press. All the same stuff that you've always seen from me will still be on Instagram, it'll still live on YouTube. It's just gonna be very scattered, the way that it's always been. How many different YouTube channels have I had? How many different podcasts have I had? How many different places had you had to search and try to find, what the hell does Mark Bell actually eat? Well, this is gonna all live on markbell.com. It's gonna be in one confined space. Something that I'm a huge proponent of, you guys know this, I've been a huge proponent of it for the last maybe about 8, 9 years. And that's something that I call personal development. So if you want to follow along with some of my personal development, the ways that I've been able to grow as an entrepreneur, the ways I've been able to grow in my life, you're going to be able to learn a lot about that as well, because we have Mark Bell University on the website, which is going to share out some different videos with you guys that I have experienced that helped. I mean, they literally have helped change my life. When you guys share information with me and you say, hey, you know, the stuff you're posting has really helped change my life, or the stuff from your brothers really helping change my life, I started a new diet and stuff like that. I have motivators too. I have things that move the needle for me as well. And you're gonna see a lot of that. In addition to that, I know you guys love Fat Mark, but unfortunately, I don't think he's here anymore. I only weigh 225 pounds anymore, but I'm gonna give you guys the old school workouts. You're gonna see the exact way that I used to train, to squat 1,080, bench 854, and deadlift 766 pounds. In addition to that, I'm gonna share some old school stories with you guys that I haven't shared before, some stuff from Westside Barbell. You're gonna get the whole gamut of things. I don't wanna overpromise stuff and underdeliver, but what you're gonna see from this website is gonna certainly be worth a lot more than $7.99. Up until now, well, I guess not even up until now. Up until now, yeah, everything has been free, right? The gym is free. This gym is still free. You can come here anytime you want, and you can train directly with me on a Saturday or Sunday here at SuperTraining Gym, 855 Riverside Parkway, West Sacramento, California. All I'll do is, hit us up, let us know you're coming, and I'll try to be here for you. But your porn is free, but markbell.com is gonna be something that you have to pay for. Go over there and check it out. Enjoy this video. In the comments below, let me know what else you guys would like to know or see from markbell.com, so the website really truly becomes yours and not just stuff that I want to pump out. I'm gonna start off today with some close grip work, some close grip bench stuff, help build up the triceps, and we're gonna do it with the feet up. Anybody that has back issue, first thing is stop bench pressing like you normally do, having your feet down, start bench with your feet up. So I'll show you guys how we're gonna do that for today. This is, I believe it's called the Cadillac bar, but you can use a regular bar if that's all you got, and just do a close grip. We're gonna be doing some sets of 10. A nice pop right there. Keep the elbows to the sides as best you can. Here we go. Make sure this thing doesn't hit me in the head. Bench press, and I just went and did a normal bench press, but we're gonna do them like this. Feet up. Can rip. Jacked and Tan or Jackie Chan. You decide. You want to try to eliminate the arch. So even though our feet are up, you also want to try to pull your back out of it a little bit and just leave it nice and flat. But we still need to retract the shoulder blades a little bit. So make sure you just kind of tuck those shoulder blades in a little bit and chest up. And here we go. Keeping tension on the whole time. No stopping at the top or the bottom. Just try to keep going. Eight, 9, 10.
Would you suggest benching with the belt if you have back pain too, to brace into?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, throwing a lifting belt's great. Throw a lifting belt and have your feet up. You can do a little bit of both. You do want to be a little cautious when you put your feet up because it changes the lift. And so if you're trying to do this on some regular bench pressing, just understand that you probably should take off about 10%, and then you can kind of decide from there. Probably only make a 5% difference, but you know, go knock off 10% of the weight and get a feel for it first. Yep. Get the plate on there. Now we're going to begin to superset with some pull-ups. We're just going to get this set up with the weight on it. If you're in a commercial gym, sometimes somebody could be like trying to rob your stuff, you know, when you leave. But
I'll put my towel on the bench.
It's always pretty easy to get a pull-up bar. Sometimes a little harder to get a bench, so you might need to, yeah, put your shit down for a minute or something so someone doesn't come and steal your thunder. Go hit some pull-ups. So we're gonna do a chin up, palms up, and that's what we're gonna do. I did a bunch of pull-ups yesterday. I did like about 40 pull-ups, I think, total. But I'm just gonna try to do them every time I train here. Let's see if I can get going on that. First set, I'm gonna use my legs a little bit. Make sure these biceps are okay. They feel a little iffy. They always feel like they could just blow off at any point, but hopefully they don't. I'm probably gonna do about 5 or 6 sets of 5. That's kind of the goal, but if you can knock out 10, then by all means go for it. But just keep in mind, you got to do it set after set. So whatever you stick with on that first set, try to continue. Anyone who's trying to get in the fitness industry, you want to be a trainer or a coach, one of the best things you can do is just work out with other people. We got different heights going on here, got different strengths, different weaknesses. And then my brother's got kind of a banged up shoulder. I have a little bit of a banged up hip. He's got a bad back. So then we got to kind of figure out how we train through and around all these things and still have great workouts. So what we're doing here is we're doing sets of 10. You want to have repeatable efforts. And how hard should this be on a scale of 1 to 10? It's probably like a 7 or an 8. Like, you want it to be repeatable, you know? So like the 185 didn't feel that hard for me. I could probably use 225 for about 3 or 4 sets. We'll just kind of see how it's feeling. That's the way I always like to do it. Once we get the right resistance and we get the right exertion, then we'll just stay at that weight for a repeated effort of 3 sets or so. Right now we're working opposing muscle groups. So we're working biceps and triceps, and they don't really interfere with each other from a strength perspective. Your workouts won't take half the amount of time, but they should take about quarter the amount of time when you start to blend in, maybe doing shoulder presses and rear delts, or biceps and triceps. You're doing maybe you're doing chest and back. They oppose each other, so you're not, as opposed to a regular superset where you might do, say, incline bench and then do a set of flies. Well, then when you go back to doing the incline bench, you're gonna be a little weaker. This shouldn't pull away any strength from you. There you go. Nice. Whoa, I had to really fight for those. Whoa.
Mark doesn't like people spotting. He likes the fact that he might not.
I had to get the 10 reps on that. Just for a reference point, if you start to diminished by about 2 reps or more, then it's a good idea to change exercises or to change rep ranges. So if you were to, your goal is to hit sets of 10, and all of a sudden you did like 8, and then all of a sudden you do like 6, it's time to discontinue and move on. You're not gonna get, it's the kind of the point of diminished returns, right? You're not getting from it no longer what you were trying to get out of it. And so it's a good idea to reduce the weight, do higher reps, or just move on to another exercise. Whew, I had to really get after that one. Drop the weight down a bunch, and I'm gonna try to go for a set of 20 here. I'll just get 20 reps whatever way I can. If I can make it all the way through, that's cool. If I get to 20 and it feels easy, I might keep going. But even if I have to stop for a minute and start again, I'll get the reps in. Whoa. We're gonna do some incline curls right here. We're gonna do kind of like a drop set of it. We'll start with a hammer curl, start with something a little heavier. Then we'll drop the weight and do kind of a regular curl. Then you move right here onto this bench and do some dumbbell tricep extension. We're gonna do the same thing. Start out a little bit heavier and then go to a little bit lighter weight. So going back and forth on these two right here. Let's try to get this going. This is the first set. First set I always refer to as a garbage set. Just means that we're trying to get a feel for the weights. The 40 felt good. This weight feels maybe just a little bit light. Again, if your back's hurt, feet are up. This is called a rolling dumbbell tricep extension. Bringing this flat part here down to the shoulder, rocking them back, and throwing them up. A lot of people use the word can't and say, I can't do, you know, tricep extensions. I can't do dumbbell tricep extensions. But you probably can if you reduce the weight a bunch. So it might be something you need to work on for a few weeks. If you can do them with 5s, do them with 5s. Do them at the end of a workout because you're not gonna get much of a workout from using 5 pounds. Maybe do them on warm-ups for certain days. Really try some different extensions from different angles. Then also the rolling tricep extension tends to hurt a little bit less because we are getting a little momentum into them. So those are some things, but you know, there's so many other exercises to get to in a gym. You don't need any one exercise. So if these hurt, I mean, we got options to do close grip push-ups, close grip bench press. We got options to do dips. We got options to do tricep push downs. Whatever way you got to try them. Then think about the tricep is a little bit like the bicep, where it gets a tremendous amount of training. Anytime you push anything, you're getting your triceps. Anytime you pull anything, you're getting your biceps. So any bench pressing, any overhead presses, any push-ups, triceps are getting a lot of work in. This is one of my favorite bicep exercises. Anytime you get an opportunity to do some bicep curls on an incline bench, I think it's really useful because it helps open up the shoulder. So many of us are tight in the front from all the chest exercises over the years. This allows you to open up, sit right here like this, get a good arch, start doing your curls. Those of you who had bicep tendonitis, elbow pain, you had trouble doing extensions and things like that, this will help a lot. You can set the incline back a little further and get even more of a stretch, but you need to stretch out that bicep. And the front of the shoulder. Want to have good clean reps, but sometimes you got to use a little body English to get them in there. You know, Arnold talked about kind of cheating principles. Sometimes you might have to swing them up a little bit more, but it's all to gain access to something you otherwise wouldn't be able to gain access to. Probably the best example is when you do back exercises. You know, if I was to do like a row with this, It's like if I'm staying real strict, maybe I'm like in here. But if I use a little body English, I can pull the elbows back and I can really squeeze and get a slightly different effect from that. Close grip bench press, chin ups in between. Ended up doing about 2 or 3 working sets, 8 to 10 reps, and then finished up with a higher rep set of 20. Then we moved into incline curls, where we did incline hammer curl with a little bit heavier weight. Then we did an incline curl supinated, palms up, right? You remember all this stuff? And then we transitioned into doing dumbbell rolling tricep extensions. Drop the top part onto your shoulder, whip it back, cheat a little bit, get some momentum. The second version of that, we went a little bit lighter. We stretched over the pad of the bench and we extended out. We got a good stretch in the tricep and in the elbow, which that'll be great for a healthy elbow, is to stretch all that stuff. Then we finished up with some preacher curl and some rope curls where we're twisting them out a little bit as we come down. And we did a triple kabang on the triceps, where we went in close, wider grip, and then reverse grip in whatever order that you want to do that. And we only did 2 sets of that. Felt like a great workout. I'm pulling back on some of my finishers a little bit because I'm starting to do a little bit more running. So I might finish up on like a rower or something, get a little extra work in, but I feel like I've been burning up enough every single day. Thank you guys so much for following along. Really appreciate all you new people here on markbell.com. And thank you guys so much for following along and participating. Let me know what else you guys want to see, so that way I can get it to you. That's our arm workout for today. Training some pipes, training some guns. Strength is never weakness, weakness is never strength. Catch y'all later.